Hi guys, welcome back to Surviving Infidelity. Today's story is titled, My 47 male wife, 45 female, demanded we have an open relationship and now isn't happy I'm sleeping with our daughter's friend, 21 female. What? What? Like, first of all, the wife demanding we have an open relationship and then he's sleeping with the daughter's friend. What about the daughter? Anyways, before we get into the video, guys, I want to remind you of the Patreon link down in the description. If you want to check it out. You don't have to. Let's get straight into the video. I hope you did not hear that car going past, but you might hear a couple of cars going past. Sometime last year, my wife approached me about opening our relationship. Our intercourse life had deteriorated a lot over the years, and in the end, I just stopped pursuing it completely. If I was lucky, I'd get intercourse maybe once a month or so, and even then it came with a number of caveats to the point that it felt like a transaction. Oh, that's really bad actually. After months of I'm too tired or not now, I'm not in the mood, I just stopped asking, and we went about 8 months without any form of intimacy at all. A kiss on a cheek would be the absolute limit. What? That's already bad. Like, I know that part of a relationship is actually very, very important part and very big in a relationship. Till the end. Like, it needs to be the most important thing you do until the end, until either one of the parties in the relationship can't. Anyways, my wife worries about her age and the toll 3 kids have taken on her body, but I still find her as beautiful as the day I married it. And her body is more than enough. I don't know why I don't like the way that it was written as. I still find her as beautiful as the day I married it. It should be married her as a whole, not just the body, but anyways. So since the day I married it, her body is even more than enough to keep me going. Not being able to show her how beautiful I find her, as words haven't been enough, has been difficult. Okay, yeah. It's starting with problems already. And also, is she trying to make it open just so she could get with someone else? I don't know, that's another thing. Let's keep reading to find out more about the backstory of this too. Before the mess of last year started, she broached the subject of seeing other people. It wasn't something I wanted to do, and I was against it. But she explained that in order for her to get her confidence back, she wanted to be decided by other people. Like, I get that, but realistically, you should have worked between yourselves first if that's your first option to go to. Unless they have, I don't know, we'll see. I believe this was prompted by our eldest, and she's very much into the new age stuff. Okay. As I said, I wasn't happy, but I can see where there's no point in arguing, and it would be simpler for me to agree. We didn't really set any ground rules. That's already a problem, of course. My wife just took my acceptance at face value and carried on. That's something you definitely need to sit down and talk to about what each party's okay with, like which each person in that relationship is okay with the other doing. But if you're not okay with someone doing it, you can't expect yourself to do that too. So that's already a problem, and they're just started this whole open relationship thing too. I don't know whether she acted on it, as I have been rather busy with work in the last year, but I do know that she did spend 2 nights away from the house. They're not even talking or communicating, so this is already a horrible... Like, this is... I can see why it's already caused stuff, because there's no communication at all. As I wasn't really interested in this in the first place, I didn't pursue anyone. In my eyes, I just wanted my wife to realize how beautiful she was and that our intercourse life would return. But you're not putting the effort into even trying then. You're not even seeing what she wants to do and why she's doing that. You're not putting... Realistically, if she's going and looking for someone else to give her beautiful and you just can't bother and pursue or interest in anything, or you just wanted her... Why are you just not talking more? And... yeah, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more talking in this relationship. As I say all the time, and I'm talking really fast, sorry. But I generally think that she's trying to get his attention, maybe. He doesn't really care. He doesn't even know he doesn't even know if she's acted on this thing because he's too busy with work. You should never be too busy with something over your wife. Like, this is probably where it's like, you find her beautiful. You need to let her know that. My daughter has a close friend who is Sorry, before I keep going, also, you said it would be simpler just to say yes than not to, even if you were against it. I feel like you're not putting your thoughts and your values into the relationship now. So, realistically, what's that about? My daughter has a close friend who is frequently coming around, and they've been close for quite a few years. How many? When she was under 18? Did you fancy her under 18? Because that's getting a bit catching a case moment. So much that we occasionally chat when she'd come around to the house, and it's not that much of a surprise if she's around the house. We've become closer over the past year as she's been spending more time at our house, and it is through her that I learnt the open relationship was my daughter's idea. Okay. They're nice and cute together, eh? Anyways, to stop rambling ahead, one thing led to another, and I've been sleeping with her quite regularly. It is a bit, like, I know age can just, like, she is of age and that, but it is quite young, and I don't know, it's an intertwined thing as well. It's an open relationship, but now you're bringing your daughter into this because it's her daughter. It's your daughter's best friend, obviously, if she's around the house all the time. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like, I feel like you're just creating... Oh. Okay, so I got hit with the 20% on my phone, so there's a bit of a cut. I can't remember what I was saying. I think I was just saying basically that he has now brought in her friend, which realistically is a bit weird. And you are regularly with this friend of your daughter, 21. And I know age gaps are not a thing in this, but she is quite young, and she's also... You're 40, you're nearly 50, and you're with... It's Leo DiCaprio even. It's a bit weird. And I don't know, it's your friend's daughter, so it's bringing in your friend. It's not... Who cares about the age too? She is of age, and she's in America. 21 is like, you can do everything at 21. But it is your daughter's friend. I think that's the weird thing. At first, we were just using hotels to keep it out of the house. But the whole 2020 issue has made us use the house, and my daughter has caught on to us a few times. She made it clear that she saw no issue with it, and whilst my wife has never seen us together, she's aware. Okay, as long as the daughter is okay, because like I think I would be, if I was in the daughter's position, I wouldn't like that, but you know. She's been quite upset about it. It's a bit weird though that you're doing it in the house. Oh, but it's an open relationship. But they didn't talk about their terms, so realistically, even though I don't think I would ever be able to do an open relationship, I also could not have them doing it in the same house as me. Like, I don't know. She's been quite upset about it, and she said she wants me to stop. Doesn't want to end our open relationship deal, but she doesn't want me to be sleeping with people we know. So, see, that's something you should have talked about. Also, I'm going to blame a bit on the wife as well, because realistically, they should have both talked about this, and if that had been a thing, then he wouldn't have had that option to be with her. But also, now that it's starting to become rules, now that this has happened, I feel like they both should be sitting down before they keep going on with this open relationship and talk about what they like the rules to be in this, because that means, like, basically this is about a lot of communication and rules and grounds and boundaries. And anyways, I'm at crossroads here. I quite enjoy the purely physical relationship, and I don't want to go back to merely looking forward to a kiss that isn't on my cheek. But at the same point, I don't want to cause my wife any grief. Yes, so that's when you start talking about boundaries. And have you and your wife haven't even tried to do anything? That's another thing. There's a couple things in this that they're both to blame for. Okay, I'm happy. So I've got some comments here. And the first comment, I'm really bad with reading ahead, but I read the first comment, and it is what I thought in my head. And I think it is, I keep saying before age doesn't matter, but I generally do think age matters and how old someone is, because that is a bit weird. And this is what I thought straight away when I read this. So the first comment is, your daughter's friend, 21 years old, friends with your daughter for quite a few years. That's what I was thinking. Quite a few years. If she was 3, 21, So 3 years. Say she's 21, 20, 23, 18. I know she's of age there, but she is fresh 18, that means. And she's your daughter's friend, meaning, like this comment says, you literally watched her grow up. Your daughter caught you and sees no problem with it, question mark. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, you probably watched her grow out of her underage to being 21, which is when it becomes weird, in my opinion. And honestly, I think most people are still figuring out. I am older than 21 now, and I definitely just am figuring out proper things, and I feel like people don't actually know themselves in the first couple of years of being 20, because realistically I still don't know who I am and what's good for me and what's not, and I'm getting to that point. But at 21, you don't know smack. You don't know nothing. Here's another. I don't know if this is a whole comment from one person, but I'm just going to keep reading. You are so either a troll or a disgusting man who groomed a much younger woman. Okay, I didn't know. I really should just start actually saying my own opinion, but I know 21 is better than 18, but realistically, like I said, the few years ago makes it worse. Few years ago is a minimum of 3. You'd say couple if it was 2 years ago. Few years means 3 or more normally. So I was thinking this is weird. And anyway, so it says you groomed a much younger woman and with some really messed up family dynamic. And that's what I'm saying. A daughter suggesting an open marriage to a mum is not normal. Neither is catching a dad having intercourse with their best friend in their house and being okay with it. Okay, I know this day and age people are more open with their family, and I feel like there should be things that aren't actually so taboo, and like shouldn't talk about shouldn't talk to my parents about that stuff, because I think it is good to be open. But I don't know. I want to know more about the backstory of this, and like how old was the daughter when she told the mum this and stuff like that. Anyways, if this post is true and you and your daughter have extremely severe sexual boundary issues, I think there's a point though where sometimes, like, that's what I mean, like, I feel like it shouldn't be that bad to talk about like that to your parents, but not put input. Maybe you're actually realistically putting input into your, I don't know what I feel about this. I'm not a parent, and I don't talk to my parents like with that stuff. I'm not going to tell them what to do or suggest things like that. So I don't know. So yeah, you are either a troll, I hope so, or a repulsive, disgusting individual. Okay. I wish I just said that when I was thinking. Like if Future Jess wants to replay the bit where I'm like a few years older, a few years ago, knowing her a few years ago. That's what went straight through my mind. I was thinking, this is a bit weird, a bit of a weird dynamic for the family too. Like, it's a daughter. Like, it's literally a daughter's. The parents need to talk about boundaries between themselves, and also maybe, get the daughter and don't let her have input into your relationship, because realistically, she's your daughter. She shouldn't be suggesting stuff like that, really. Because it's not her relationship to be in anyways, and it's not. I don't know. Either way, they should have been talked about boundaries. The boundaries should have been talked about at the start, and what they think both of them should and shouldn't do within that open relationship, because that's like the main thing with those kind of relationships is communication. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, guys. This is not a cheating one, but I love these. I want to start integrating some more different stories other than cheating, because I think some of the stuff on Reddit is so fun to read. So that's it for the video, guys. Don't forget about the Patreon link in the description if you'd want to check it out. Head down there and check it out. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like. And I'll see you in another video, guys. Bye.